Eat Your Spanish is brought to you by all of the wonderful supporters in our Eat Your Spanish Patreon familia and by our following sponsor.
Hey friends, thanks for listening to Eat Your Spanish. If you want to support our podcast, you can do so by subscribing to the show and leaving a positive review on your podcast app. You can also support us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/eatyourspanish, where you can get exciting bonus content such as songs, stickers, and more for as little as $2 a month. Thanks for listening. Now on with the show.
Hello friends.
Hola amigos.
How are you?
¿Cómo están?
I'm so happy.
Estoy feliz
To be with you.
a estar contigo.
Are you hungry?
¿Tienen hambre?
To sing and play?
A cantar y jugar.
'Cause on our menu
Porque en el menú
is Spanish today. Everybody sing.
Eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish with us today.
Did you say spinach? No, I said Spanish. Okay.
Eat your Spanish with us today. Eat your Spanish!
With Evan.
and Vanessa. Hola amigos.
Hello friends. Me llamo Evan. My name's Evan.
Y yo me llamo Vanessa, and my name's Vanessa. Welcome to the review session for episode 3, where we learned how to say the colors green, blue, and purple in Spanish.
Today we'll be reviewing those words quickly, and then we've got a fun game to play with you.
Then at the very end of the episode, we'll give one special listener the chance to ask us a question about how to say a word or phrase in Spanish. But first, it's time for a little review of our words from last week.
Are you ready to have some fun? Here we go.
Spanish review time!
All right, now it's time to take a look back at our lesson from last week. Evan, rewind the tape. Okay, amigos, now we're ready to learn our new words. We'll start with the Spanish word for green, which is verde. I'll say verde, and Evan will repeat. You can practice saying them nice and loud with Evan. Here we go. Verde,
Verde.
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 Muy bien, amigos. The next color we'll be learning is the color blue, or in Spanish, azul. So repeat after me. Azul,
Azul.
azul.
Azul. Great work, friends.
Okay, the final color we'll be learning today is the color purple. In Spanish, we say morado. Now repeat after me. Morado,
Morado.
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 Excelente! Great review, everybody. Now I hope you're ready to have some fun because it's time to play a Spanish game.
Spanish game time!
Okay, now we're ready to use our 3 colors to play a game.
Vanessa will give clues describing different things that are one of the colors that we learned last week. Once we can guess what the object is, we'll say the Spanish word for the color of that object. Are you ready?
Sí.
See?
That means yes in Spanish.
Let's start with round number 1.
Okay, the first thing grows on the ground outside. You can walk on it, and many people use a lawnmower to trim this plant down. Are we ready to guess what I just described?
Is it grass?
It is! And what color is grass?
Green.
That's right. So now it's time to say the word for green in Spanish.
Verde.
If you said verde, that's correct. Verde is green. Excelente.
Time for round 2. I'm going to be giving the clues this time. Now the thing I'm going to describe to you is a type of fruit. They are little round ovals that grow on vines. They are very sweet and their flavor is a very common flavor for juices and popsicles. Can you guess what they are?
I'm gonna guess grapes.
That's right! And what color are grapes?
Well, some are green and some are purple.
Whoa, a double answer. Whoa. Because we already did the color green last round, this round, let's say the color purple in Spanish. Do you remember how to say the color purple? Ready, set, go.
Morado.
If you said morado, you are correct. Great job. Now it's time for our final round, round 3.
My turn to give the clues this time. What I'm describing to you is very, 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 very big. On a nice day, if you go outside and tilt your head upward, you can see it. And no matter where in the world you go, it's always above you. Do you have any guesses?
Wow, this one is tricky. Is it the sky?
You got it! Way to go! And on a nice day, what color is the sky?
Blue.
It sure is! Do you remember how to say the color blue in Spanish? Let's say it together. Ready, set, go.
Azul.
If you said azul, you are absolutely correct.
Way to go, friends. You all did such a great job.
Well, amigos, we're nearing the end of our review episode, which can only mean one thing. It's time to answer a question from one of our listeners. Evan, who is this week's special listener?
This week's special listener is another member of the Eat Your Spanish band, and his name is Finian. Hey Finian, what's your question?
Hi, my name is Finian. I wonder how to say playground in Spanish. Thank you, adios.
That's a great question, Finian. Later on, we're going to have an episode all about school, and we might see if you can remember this word, since lots of schools have playgrounds. Vanessa, how do you say playground?
Great question. The word playground in Spanish is patio de recreo. Can you repeat it with me? Patio de recreo.
Patio de recreo.
Patio de recreo.
Patio de recreo.
Excelente! And Evan, I have a question for you. What is your favorite thing to do on a playground?
I really love to go on the swing set.
Me too. Do you want to know how to say it in Spanish?
Sí.
So in Spanish, for swings, we say los columpios. I want to go on los columpios means I want to go on the swings. Can you say it with me? Los columpios.
Los columpios.
Los columpios.
Los columpios.
Excelente! Next time you all go to the patio de recreo, you can teach all your friends about how to say playground and swings, or columpios, in Spanish.
Muy bien, amigos. And thank you so much for the great question, Finian. If any of you listeners out there ever want us to answer one of your questions, just visit us on eatyourspanishpodcast.com and you can send us in your question. And if you record your question on one of your parents' phones and send it to us, then you can have the chance of hearing your own voice on one of our podcasts.
Thanks for joining us today for this special review episode of Eat Your Spanish. We'll be back next week to introduce our very special Spanish Song of the Month. It's time to sing our goodbye song. I hope you'll sing along with us. Adiós, mi buen amigo.
Goodbye, my good friend.
Hasta luego.
See you later.
See you later, my good friend.
Adios, amigos. Goodbye, friends.
Hasta luego. See you later. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Spanish podcast. You can support our podcast by visiting patreon.com/eatyourspanish or by subscribing to it and leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at eatyourspanishpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Adios!